Well, hello. This is your weekly energies. My name is Patricia. Welcome into Fearless Light Guidance. This is the reading that I do weekly where we go into the messages from Spirit. We talk a little bit about what's going on astrologically and what the energy is like for all of us and how we can best make use of it. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go into Oracle and Tarot cards here in a minute, but obviously the biggest event, and we just had the sun move into Libra and we had the equinox happen as well. The biggest event is going to be that full moon in Aries on the 29th, okay? Aries is an intense sign. It is ruled by Mars. Right now, the personal planets are out of retrograde, so that's really good. You're going to be feeling a lot better, but we still have some aspects that are, they turn up the intensity a bit, and this full moon is definitely one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick some themes for this week. I'm using the wisdom of the tarot, the wisdom of the oracle cards. So let's go right ahead and see what comes through for this week for all of us. And if you happen to be catching this live, let me know that you're here. Let me know your sun sign, whatever, wherever you happen to be watching from. I would love to know. And even when you catch the replay, I love to hear from you. Hola, I'm doing really good. Thank you. Oh, I love to see you here. All right, so the unfinished symphony card definitely, here we are nearing the closing of a cycle with the full moon in Aries, and we are asking ourselves exactly this. What hasn't been exactly finished? What do we need to, revisit here so that we can integrate some sort of lesson that we're being, called to learn? It is the card number 10, which is a number of culmination, and, it is a number of endings. Okay, so really interesting. I feel like Spirit is saying, there is some sort of a calling here to put an end to something that has been coming up over and over. It could be in your closest relationships. You are definitely, with this card of the loyal heart, getting to know who the people in your life are, who those people that you can really count on are. It could be that you have gone through certain situations in the past few weeks that have really shaken you in a way that you have seen who the people that are really supportive and that really support your journey and your life, who those people are. Okay, and with the loyal heart card, there is this intensity when we take a look at those closest relationships in our lives. It really calls us to evaluate who we surround ourselves with. Okay, all right, let's get a couple more. So for some of you, this could be that there are certain things that we're trying to mend. We get this card of mending, and this is definitely speaking about forgiveness and, kind of like putting an end to a situation that was really creating a wedge or putting up a wall between you and someone else. Okay, so I feel like there is a chance for a lot of reconciliation and a lot of, letting certain things go. Okay, so this unfinished symphony can actually be this finished work of art. And with that mending card, it seems like there's been a rift, there's been some sort of separation, there's been a misunderstanding, and now you're being called to mend that, even if it is in an individual way. Okay, because forgiveness and mending does not come always like we think. It's not always two people coming together and making up, or a group of people coming together and letting it be water under the bridge. It usually comes to a place where we can't reach closure ourselves, and we need to do the forgiving and the letting go individually. Okay, let's pick one last one, and then we'll move to the tarot messages. Okay, one more. Here we go. And it's the Imagine card. Beautiful card of using our imagination and co-creating our lives to the best that we can. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we get the card of exchanging gifts. So I feel like we are being asked to open ourselves up, allow ourselves to be vulnerable, and know that it doesn't always have to be somebody else to take the accountability or to be the bigger person. Okay, we're being called to act from a place of compassion and to really imagine ourselves in a better place with everyone. Okay, with everyone that surrounds us. And that's easier said than done. There are very painful situations, very traumatic things that happen, and I do not undermine any of that at all. Okay, we all go through situations that cause us to really look at, like I said before, who the people are around us, who we're surrounding ourselves with, and who really we can count on in this journey. Okay, so let's go into it with the tarot cards and see what Spirit has for us for this week. We start with the Empress card, the card that represents the mother, the card that represents abundance itself. Okay, so as I see this could be, how can you come to a place of nurturing? Somebody might call me again, so you might see it go in and out. I hope that you can still hear me. This card of the Empress calls for a new beginning, a way to nurture ourselves moving forward. What are we giving too much energy to, and bringing that power back to us? Okay, the Empress represents the feminine energy, and that is the energy of allowing, opening ourselves up to receiving, and being in this place of nurturing new things, giving birth to something new. All right, let's see what else we have. We had the King of Swords coming through, and this is a masculine that works from a very intellectual place. Okay, it could be Aries, Libra, Gemini, but really as an energy, it's putting this intellect first. Let's analyze. So sorry guys, can you hear me? I'm sorry. That interrupted again. So working from the intellect, thinking before we speak, what have we learned so far? This is a very wise person. So I feel like we're being asked to be very wise as we move forward, but in a receptive way as well, even though this King of Swords is very much protected by that sword. And you can see we have both Libra energies here very strongly. The Empress is Venus that rules Libra, okay? And we have the King of Swords, which is Libra in its most exalted form. Now we get the card of the Hanged Man, and this is a card of observation, okay? Not taking action necessarily. This is a moment to contemplate. There's something that, has been really hanging over us. We could have been feeling like something hasn't really been moving, or like we have been in this pause and nothing has been happening. But what we understand from the Hangman is that clarity will come by being still. Okay, so this is asking for you to come to this place of stillness and, see what comes through. It's not a moment to, take action and like take the steps, move forward. No, it's really asking you to observe. Okay, there's something here to be learned. There's something here that we have already experienced several times, because it seems with this unfinished symphony card, like it's something that has been coming up quite a few times, okay? Now with the eclipses coming up, there's going to be a lot of this karmic sort of retribution, this call to have this soul retrieval, okay? Lessons that we could be experiencing that have to do with our ancestors and people that have walked this earth before us that are linked to our DNA, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? We get the Page of Pentacles right here, and this is saying that there's going to be some news, okay? If you've been worried about your finances, which, with the Hangman, it lets me know that, yes, you've been a little bit maybe held back, or kind of like, hyper fixating on that. There's going to be some sort of good news here with the Page of Pentacles coming through for your finances. You could be receiving some money this week, and look at that, we have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is very good. This talks about a windfall of money. Here you could be getting paid, you could be winning some sort of prize. And then we have the Devil card, the Capricorn card, and this right here is Saturn. Okay, so what I'm getting is like this big sense of responsibility that comes through here. And with the King of Wands and the Devil card together, I feel like this is ambition. This is about really wanting more, dreaming bigger, doing things bigger. And the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, has this big, bold vision and has the courage to go for things. And with the Devil card, I feel that that's basically super enhanced, because it's a card that, yes, it carries a lot of this responsibility, but it carries that drive to really, get things done. Now, this could be, I feel like this is a little bit of a timing card. I feel like, something is really going to be happening by the time of Capricorn here, like almost at the end of Sagittarius, beginning of Capricorn. Something big that has to do with this sort of relief, I feel, in the financial sense. But like I'm really getting here that some of you have this mending to do with a mother figure, an important female in your life, and and this female could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Because it's something that has been just going on for a while. It could be there's a lot of criticism coming from this person, an important female in your life, a mom figure, just somebody that is represented by this Empress. There could be a lot of that, criticism or pressure coming from this person. And you've been kind of stuck on that, but I feel like this is going to be moving. It could be that this person feels like, they need your help. We have the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the 10 of Swords. So there is an ending of a very difficult period, but there is this huge sense of grief that comes with it. Okay, something is definitely being led to be, just end. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups here and the happy card, which is the 10 of Cups right there too, which lets me know that this could be situations happening in the home and family, and it could have to do with a very important female. It could be a wife, it could be a mother, it could be your mom, your children's mom, and there's something here. There has been this tension here that has been held in, and there is this, this feeling like they want to feel like they have your loyalty. Okay, and there is this sort of mending that occurs now with this week's really powerful energy, with this ending of a 6-month cycle with the full moon in Aries. So you could have been feeling this back in May. Okay, so when we had the new moon in Aries. Okay, so really with this card of Imagine, I feel like we're being called to, just imagine better for ourselves. Okay, imagine this situation being resolved, having peaceful resolution. What can bring peaceful resolution to all parties involved? Okay, so let me see. What do I want to pull? Let's pull some moon cards, since we have the full moon coming up in Aries. And look at that. It's at the bottom of the deck right here. And it says, the end of a rough cycle approaches. And this is Capricorn, sorry. So the end of a rough cycle approaches. We had the exact same message at the bottom of the deck, the tarot deck. Let's see, so what other messages do you have for this week for everyone? What do you want to bring to our awareness? All right, you guys. Ah! You saw me shuffling. So definitely there is this unfinished symphony that is going to be coming to an end. There is an ending to a rough cycle that is approaching, and this card is coming up again just as a confirmation that there's something difficult, there's some sort of friction, there's a wall that's been put up, there's a test of loyalty here. There has been hardship and finances and division of, responsibility, I feel. All right, so we have, what do we need to release? Okay, this is the questions that are really good to ask in a time where we have the full moon and where we experience the full moon's energy, which affects our emotional body. Okay, and with the sign of Aries being right there at the center of it, it brings the theme of the I. Okay, of I as in you. Okay, as in you as an individual. And all of the things that have to do with Aries, which are leadership, vision, courage, bravery, taking action, stepping up, all of that. Okay, so what do you need to release? Let's get one last one. Definitely feels like a lot of roughness and dense energy that needs to be released here. Could be anger. It could be temptation. All right, last two cards. We have conclusion is within reach. Definitely showing up in this reading that there is something that is coming to a close. Okay, you will get clarity on it as well. When you come to a conclusion, it's not only a closing, an ending, it's you have clarity about it. You understand why it had to happen in that way. You know, you get a sense that you can move forward and not have that repeat itself again. And the last one, and the best message that I can give you for this week is surrender to the divine. Yes, surrender to the divine. And the full moon card, how appropriate. At the bottom of the deck, it's saying show the real you. And what better way to set some healthy boundaries than to be ourselves and to experience life completely authentically the way that we are, and not being afraid to show people who we are, you know, because that shows a lot about ourselves. What other people can say about you or think about you, it's not your problem. Okay, it's really not about you. But it's interesting to observe what other people could be reflecting or projecting to you. Okay, so I hope that this reading serves you and that you get this message that definitely something is coming to a close. As I send you fearless light and love as always. You know that you can find the links to my bookings in my bio, and you can have a personal session with me. I do them online, I do them one-on-one, and I love to work with you guys. This is a beautiful mission, and I thank you for supporting it all the way. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful week. Take care, you guys.